I want to share with you the 4 steps to bringing your superpowers to the world. And I've developed these steps out of watching all of these superhero movies, reading the comics, watching the superhero TV shows. And as I was watching them, which, was research for me because I'm the founder of the University of Superheroes, I actually identified the 4 archetypical steps that every superhero goes through to bring their superpowers to the world. And they are completely transferable to us as superheroes in training. So here are the 4 steps. It's discover, embrace, express, and master. So the first step, discover. Think about Superman. There was a time when he didn't know he had superpowers. And there was that first moment where he took something and he grabbed it and he broke it. And he's like, or he bent some steel and he's like, oh my God, I'm really strong. That was his moment of discovery. And the same with, people I work with, the same with myself, is there's this moment where we realize that this thing we do naturally is kind of magnificent and amazing. And we go, whoa, wow. Like either I didn't know I could do that, or wow, that thing I'm doing is really cool. So that's step 1. The second step is to embrace that both as yours and as a superpower. In the embracing phase, it's for a lot of us, it's that phase of claiming that this thing is in fact powerful, is in fact amazing, is in fact unique. It's letting go of taking it for granted. It's letting go of diminishing it. It's letting go of hiding it. It's letting go of feeling bad about it. It literally is embracing, like, this is me. This is mine. I am this, and it is important, and it is real, and it is unique, and I own it. I own it as mine, as a pure and important and natural part of me. It's not to be ashamed of. It is to be deeply honored. So that's the second stage, is to embrace. The third is, once you've discovered your gifts, your superpowers, once you've embraced them, then you can begin to consciously express them. And this is where we start to look at, how do I consciously express these gifts in the world, in my business? How do I, and then we get into, how do I describe them? How do I communicate them? How do I package them? How do I let people know what the impact of these gifts are? How do I, really stand in them and bring them fully? So that's the third stage, and it's a lot of experimentation. This whole thing's a lot of experimentation, but this third stage of consciously expressing them is a lot of experimentation, a lot of play, a lot of changing things up, doing it this way and doing it that way. And then that brings us to the fourth stage, which is the stage of mastery, which in some ways is the stage I'm most passionate about, because mastery is a lifelong process. And if you think about I can spend the rest of my life mastering me, learning about me, learning about these innate qualities and this innate expression that I am, and I can go on a mastery path. I can get curious. I can set up experiments. I can get more training. I can find mentors. I can find community. I can practice and serve. To go on a personal quest of mastery of yourself is, to me, is like the ultimate opportunity. And when it's couched within this concept of being, what I'm calling a superhero, then that mastery is mastering your service and your expression in the world. And at the same time, getting paid and compensated for your service, for your process of mastering yourself. So this is the journey. This is the journey that I invite you to come along on. To me, it personally, this journey, I'm with you guys. It's a cycle. It's a circle. I'm discovering. I discover more. I embrace more. I express more. I'm just setting up for some of the things myself. I'm setting up my mastery program. And I personally couldn't be more delighted about the fact that this is the way it's unfolding for me.